Right. All right, Your Excellency, this is a general panel, and we have manufacturers with us here. And for context, Your Excellency, you've seen World Bank report in November that showed that the Kenyan economy is on the rise. And right there it said, it's because you had a deliberate plan through construction. You saw another report in December that showed that cement production in Kenya is the highest ever in the history of this nation, and so is steel. Now, we have got the people who are the manufacturers themselves in this panel, and then we also have a team that is going to talk to us about the new opportunities that are coming from leveraging large economies of scale. And this is in the what we are calling the MEPs, the mechanical, the electrical, and the plumbing. For the first time, we're going to manufacture lifts here in Kenya, and they will tell us how we are going to do that. And we also have male contractors. We've heard from a few female contractors, and we have one of the best male contractors, two of the best male contractors, who are also going to have this conversation. And lastly, we are going to have a young man who is at our site in Soweto, and is going to represent the real hustler, the person that you really targeted. He comes from Soweto, Kibera. He is working on that site, and also he is a beneficiary of the house. So we are going to ask all of you to quickly introduce yourself. I'm going to fade away, and then the chief interviewer is going to take over. Let's start from there.
Okay, thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Arthur Mugo. I'm an architect. I'm one of the lead consultants in the affordable housing program. Our firm is Precise Architect, is part of the 35 consortium the PS talked about, and we've been involved in design and supervision of all variety of affordable housing projects across the country. And our experience has been very nullifying, challenging, and also it has expanded our brain capacity and how we are able to synchronize work and also be able to ensure that we deliver on time, and it has really improved efficiency on how we are a good case of when you say that this is really going to build local farms. I think we are a very good example of what has happened among the consulting groups. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is David Kioko. I'm here to represent manufacturers. I'm domiciled at Tononoka Group. We are one of the leading steel manufacturers in the country, with the largest capacity compared actually to most plants in East Africa. We tapped into this program actually the first day you did the groundbreaking at Kibera. I think you are so fresh in office when everyone else was not believing in your dream. And I'm happy to say today that the numbers we can see, we took a risk that is now rewarding. And I'm happy to be here, and I'm ready for the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What's your name again? Did you say?
David Kioko. From Tononoka Group.
Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is Miriam Bomet. I'm the head of policy and regulatory at the Kenya Association of Manufacturers. I coordinate the manufacturing sectors in Kenya. There are about 13 sectors, from pharmaceutical, steel, and one of the stories that really hasn't come out here is the impact on manufacturing sector. Your Excellency, we have about 9 different sectors who are actually beneficiaries and contribute to the build sector, the housing agenda. We range from steel, as you've heard, cement sector, you have electricals, you have the plastic sector, you have ceramics, and Your Excellency, the leaders and the representatives are actually here today representing the industry here. So Your Excellency, this, the impact of the manufacturing sector is actually one of the areas that we'll need to watch, because manufacturing continues to be the highest formal wage employer in the country, and the continued sourcing by contractors of local materials here in Kenya, we are able to see this rise of employment and even get to the 1 million jobs we need to attain by 2030. So the story of the manufacturing sector will also be part of the housing agenda. And of course, we want to appreciate the State Department of Housing, who've continued to make sure that manufacturers are coming to the table to come and discuss what capacities they have to be able to supply the market, and also tell the contractors that we have local materials, please make sure that you also source from the industry. So we thank you so much for this opportunity. Government's projects continue to provide market access to industries here in Kenya. So this is actually quite good. And congratulations to the interns who are here. Maybe a word for them is that the industry actually needs skilled workers. Majority of the employees who are there are actually skilled workers, not the real professionals and the skills that you see. They go for the real people who have skills. So this is actually an opportunity for them to get experience and to see whether they will be able to tap in. Being a woman again, it was so impressive listening to the women who are here. And congratulations to them, and of course congratulations to this program for putting them also on the forefront to show that women are able to also enter into these fields. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Harveer Singh Sethi from Landmark Holdings. We are building contractors and main contractors on a number of the affordable housing projects across Nairobi. Through this program, and because of its sheer scale and volume, we've had the opportunity to invest in aluminium formwork. We met a couple of months ago at Konza when the formwork was arriving. I can happily say now we are using the formwork. We are able to reduce SAAB cycle times from 21 days to 7 days using this formwork. Within just the first 6 weeks of using the formwork, we have managed to upscale casual laborers to aluminium technicians, formwork technicians. I will work with State Department to come up with a new trade of workers called aluminium formwork technicians. We'll work together to find a way to certify them. So our aim through this program is to build scale, is to upskill our labor force, to encourage these interns to get involved with new technologies, see what the Asian tigers have been doing, how they have done it successfully. This, like you said, is tried and tested. We're not reinventing the wheel. We are just moving with the times. We want to thank you, Your Excellency, for this amazing opportunity. Without your vision, this would not be possible. And tuko pamoja. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Abian?
Sethi.
Set.
Hello. Good morning, Your Excellency. I think it's about 12 o'clock. My name's Engineer Anthony Mwangi, and we have met a couple of times. I'm the MD for Dalab Construction. I have about 10 projects that I'm doing. I have one in Karatina where you came the other day and you did the groundbreaking. I have another one at Thika, Kabati, Kiabu, where I would like to ask you to visit us one of these days. I'm also doing institutional housing, 3 universities, cooperative, multimedia, and Kenya School of TVET. And I have a couple ESP markets that I've taken over from some of our fellow colleagues, contractors who got stuck on the way. We are helping them also, the smaller size contractors. I'm a civil engineer by profession. I studied in USA and I came to Kenya. I worked there for 20 years. And I came and I went to roads construction, Kenya National Highway. I've done a whole lot. I was recently maintaining Thika Superhighway. But when this program came, Your Excellency, it's a huge opportunity. Some of these things I used to see happening in the United States, I never thought they're going to happen here at home. And I can tell you, I am very proud of you because of the boldness and the courage. Sometimes when I listen to you telling people this is the way to go, and I know you're the visionary, but I just wish they could see how other bigger countries have transited and became what they are because of what you said here, the construction industry. Your Excellency, I have employed about 2,500 workers currently. And the most amazing thing is that being back here in Kenya, I competed with the Chinese, and they were a little bit ahead of me when I came here because, of course, they had the resources. But today, I don't think I would even consider Chinese as a competitor anymore, Your Excellency. You have given me an opportunity, number one, to be bankable. When I go to Cedian Bank, when I go to HFC Bank, when I go to KCB, they now come looking for me. I have an account that is receiving almost like 1 billion shillings. And these guys, they want us now. Previously, when we went to look for money to construct, they didn't want to hear anything from us. They told us we are contractors, we are doing government projects, we couldn't get paid, so they didn't want anything to do with us. But today, Your Excellency, the banks, all the industries, they are camping at our doors because of this program. The mama boga who feeds people in my construction site, you will come and see her coming there every day, and she's guaranteed for a job for another 2 years in one specific site. So she goes and she comes and tells me she wants me to help her to put together some money so that she can be able to go and buy unga to make chapati. So when I give her money, she tells me, I want to give you the names of those workers. When you're paying them on Saturday, you deduct the money, pay yourself, and then you roll me again. So her money is guaranteed, it won't get lost. But now she has an enterprise. The drivers, Your Excellency, you know, there are things that here we may not articulate. Drivers that we have hired to track the materials from quarries. We have revived dormant quarries, Your Excellency, which didn't have even hope. Those people are back to work every day, crushing aggregates, cutting stones. We can go on and on and on. But this enterprise, what I would say is that it's not for millionaires or billionaires. It is capped, as you said. This is not an enterprise where contractors will be the richest. No. But it's an enterprise that is going to give us a lot of equity. We are bankable. We have resources. Now I have almost like 10 batching plants. And I heard a lady here say that she has employed watu mkono wa kukoroga instead of using the modern technology. And that is great. But also there is another cadre of us whose slabs cannot be concreted by the 12. I tried. They went for 6 days. And some of them I actually had to look for medicine to be able to resuscitate them. So we had to look for batching plants which can handle 1,200 cubic of concrete. And now we own equipments that can do or perform the modern technology. That was unforeseen. In Kenya, we never thought we could have those things. And we need to clap for you for enabling us to do that. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Anthony. Have I visited any of your sites?
Yes, you came to Karatina the other day. We had a very good time. AHP Karatina.
Oh yeah, the market.
No, AHP.
The affordable housing.
The affordable housing.
Oh yeah, the one that we were there the other weekend.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Asante sana Bwana Mwangi.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for speaking to me on behalf of many people. You know, and we are going to go into this conversation shortly. Yes, my friend.
Afternoon, Your Excellency. I'm Chris Abuga, MEP, engineer, electrical engineer by profession. I run a firm by the name of Links Consulting Engineers. I lack words because when we started the program, we focused on what we knew, and PS had a dream, which I know he came and consulted with you. That's why he was talking about manufacturing. We've just recently gone to tender for the MEP equipment for all the sites, all the 250 sites plus we focus for the next 5 years. Whatever we are doing was not imaginable when we were sitting in the first table when we were discussing, but with time it has become a reality to us. I know with time the effect will be seen because we've seen the response from the public. What I'm talking about is lifts, LV boards, water treatment plants, sanitary ware. So one thing, as my experience, which was given by affordable housing, there is something that has happened that I know all the consultants around here will talk about, majorly the MEP engineers. There's a collaboration among the 35 firms, and that's not the, I'm not talking about the full consortium, I'm just talking about the MEP engineers. For like what we are doing right now, we're doing the electrical part, Gamma Delta are doing the mechanical part of the tendering and the documentation. So we've been moved from that competition, fighting for survival, to now becoming actual professionals and thinking beyond the norm. Because I sit with Engineer Gisheru and we think through. You don't think he's from Links, he's from Gamma Delta. And then we submit it to the rest of the engineers and it's peer reviewed, it's critiqued, and we don't take offense if we are told something is missing. So we have had a whole 7 months of back and forth of coming up with what, there are 17 documents. So it's so transformative that sometimes you sit down and think about it, and we never thought we could do anything to this scale in terms of MEP engineering. So what I'm talking about is we are envisioning to, we've gone to tender for manufacturers. We are not doing suppliers. We have gone to tender for manufacturers of the MEP components. The incentives that are being given, which I know PS will speak to, we've leveraged on the economies of scale. An example is lift. In the next 5 years, we anticipate 58,200 lifts. We've been doing an annual lift of 700 across the country. Right now, we have upwards of 3,500 lifts demand. So the market is there, the pipeline is there, the encouragement is there. I was surprised. Some people told us when we capped the price, actually, as we speak, we're inspiring manufacturing, but we've capped the price. It's not open. We've worked from first principle, like the lift, and that's why I'm saying now we think professionally. We've actually always used to send an email to China. They send back a quote for lifts. Right now, we send an email, we ask for the components. We start from the rope to the car, to the sheet itself that is making the car. So that we take all this pricing, come up together, put a markup that makes sense, and that's how the prices are capped. So that I can't come and say 800 kg lift is whatever price I want, and I'm alluding to the engineering estimate. Now the engineering estimate has a basis. It's not just an engineering estimate. So actually, it's a transformative experience, and I thank you, Your Excellency, for your dream. We are making the dream come. You said something here. Watch this space, and I'm sure in the next 2 years, when the factories are starting, everybody will become a believer like me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chris.
Ujapo, Your Excellency. Kwa majina ni Stanley Mutiso Njoroge. Mimi ni chairman wa Soweto East Settlement Executive Committee, na bado mimi ni representative wa Juakali National Umbrella Body ambayo iko chaired na Peter Mwema. Your Excellency, nikiongelea kwanza Juakali kwa area zenye zimekava, imefungua gap kubwa sana kwa economy, kwa sababu ukiangalia mali Juakali iko imecreate a lot of employment kwa wale majuakali wenzetu wenye walikuwa waezi pata tenda kwa serikali. But through hii program ya affordable housing, unapata kuna wale juakali walikuwa chini kwa ground, wameunganishwa, wameform association, wameregister na MCA, and then tuwezi sema pia ati ni juakali peke yake walijishikilia. Ni juakali pia walishikiliwa kupitia bwana PS ambaye aliona ni vizuri sana hii mradi kama inafanywa area yenyu. Wacha wale juakali wako kwa hiyo area wakuwe ni first hand beneficiaries, ndio pia wapate pato na iwasaidie. So Your Excellency, kwa Juakali sector naweza kuambia ime create more employment, across the country pia unaona jua kali wako more than 7,000. Wenye Your Excellency, hata ningeomba one day ukuwe na session nao ndio ujue kweli jua kali wamesaidika na wamesaidia familia zao, na through hiyo channel ya jua kali imeongeza watu wengi mpaka wa mkono, kwa sababu huwezi sema jua kali peke yake watajifanyia kazi. Utapata wako professional hapo wanafanya kazi, but wameemploy another watu wa mkono wasaidie kazi. So inajua kali sector ime create more employment kwa community na hata kwa the larger area. Ukiangalia through that the money supply, yani imezunguka hapo, pesa zina circulate. Si ile wakati yenye ulikuwa unakaa hapo kupata pesa ni ngumu, but wakati yenye pesa ina circulate area, economy na grow. Ule mama mboga kwa hapo atapromotiwa na hao, ule mama mpesa hapo atapata deposits kutoka kwa site hapo na apate mali yake hapo. Wale wenye wamejiwekea vioski zao watajisaidia nao wakati pesa ina circulate kwa area. Lakini wakikosa kazi ndio unapata kulikuwa na crime rates zilikuwa mingi kwa sababu hakuna kazi. Vijana wamekaa idle, na an idle mind is a devil workshop. But ukiangalia kwa sasa wako busy, wameshikanishwa mahali. Tukiendelea kwa hii, nikiongelea hii session nyingine ya settlement, Your Excellency, mimi ni chairman ambaye nimesimamia Soweto East area. Na Soweto East area, Your Excellency, nikitaka kukubrief na kuangana nini zones 4. Kuna zone A, zone B, zone C na zone D. Zone A, Your Excellency, naweza kuambia kuna nyumba zenye tayari watu wanaishi ndani zenye ni 822 units. Hizo tunashukuru Mungu, watu wanaona mazao yao. Then Your Excellency, kuna zone B yenye saa hii inaendelea kumalizwa na tuna hope itakimbizwa kwa muda inafaa na tuwakro on a timeline, kwa sababu tuko na 4465 units zenye tunatarajia hii mwaka na tutazihand over hii mwaka kulingana na ile plan yenye wako nayo na timelines. Pia Your Excellency, kuna hapa mali zone C na D zenye tulicompile na tukafanya enumeration, tukahesabu watu hapo hivi over 15,000 people wenye wanagojea kurelocatiwa, and then they pave way kwa construction site yenye sasa tunasema hiyo ndio itakuwa kitega uchumi ya Soweto area, kwa sababu hiyo ndio itakuwa the largest construction site Kibera. So in total, Your Excellency, kwa zone yetu tuko na over 20,000 families zenye zina benefit na zenye zitakuja kubenefit kwa mradi ya affordable housing project hapo Kibera. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Stanley. Na kwanza Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Your Excellency.
Sijaonana na mwaka huu.
Haki tumezungukana na wewe mara mingi.
Sasa nieleze, kwa sababu sijafika pale Soweto kwa hivi karibuni. Yeah? Kwanza, I just want to tell these good people, we have very wonderful people in Kenya. Watu ambao wanaishi pale Soweto, tuliongea na wao na tukawaeleza we want to change the houses for you, na wote wamejiandikisha. We've done phase 1, wameondoka. Phase 2 wameondoka. Phase 3 na 4 ndio tunapanga saa hizi, bila ya kuvunja nyumba ya mtu, bila ya mambo ya demolition, bila ya kuzumbua wananchi. That is the program that we have. Ndio sababu juzi wakati niliona kuna watu wameenda kubomolea watu pale Mukuru, nikawaambia wale wasimamishe na wawachane na hiyo ujinga. Mambo ya kubomolea mwananchi Kenya iliisha. Mambo ya kutumia nguvu iliisha. We have a way that we can work with Kenyans and make sure that they understand, and we give them alternative settlement as we develop our slum areas. And Stanley and your committees, you have been phenomenal. You have been great. Kwa sababu nyinyi ndio mnafanya na sisi kuongelesha wananchi waelewe na wajue ya kwamba wakiondoka pale, tukikamilisha nyumba, they will be the first beneficiaries. Mimi nataka nikuulize Bwana Mtuku, umetuongelesha mambo ya jua kali. Na nimezungumza na wanajua kali wengi. Zamani walikuwa wanapata kazi leo, kesho hawana, wanapata mjengo dirisha moja, siku hiyo ingine dirisha 2. Mimi nataka nikuulize, leo madirisha, tulikubaliana na Bwana Hinga ya kwamba hinges, madirisha, milango iwe standardized. Na tuhakikishe ya kwamba ni quality ambayo ni ya juu. Wewe unaweza kusema ya kwamba mumefikisha hiyo quality? Do you understand that now jua kali wanatengeneza standardized doors? Kwa sababu zamani tulikuwa tunafanya designer, kila door is different from the other one, every window is different from the other one. You understand that?
Yes. Okay, Your Excellency, uko chini kwetu kuna profession bodies. After jua kali tumetengeneza mlango, kuna wale wanakuja supervisors wanaiangalia, kuna architects wana make sure it is the right nini door ama windows ama staircase nini zile nini balustrade zile za kuonyeshana kuwa zimepitishwa kulingana na ile drawings, zimepitishwa kulingana na ile quality yenye ilikuwa imeandikwa, such that hatutaenda kufanya a short work yenye itahatarisha maisha za watu hapo usoni. So the quality yenye jua kali na deliver ni the best quality yenye iko approved under professional bodies. Yeah.
Nakumbuka the first time I met you.
Yeah.
Na nilikuambia hii Kibera.
Yeah.
Tutaibadilisha kutoka slum itakuwa estate.
Yes, in 10 years.
Yeah? Saa hizi umesema the first 800 iko tayari na watu wanaishi. 4,460 something hapo Hinga. When is the estimated time for us to deliver? I saw some painting going on.
Yes, we are the first blocks zenye tulianza finishes by April. It is done.
So by April. So tell your committee members, April, May, June, we will be handing over the other 4,000. And I also want to tell you, the other 15,000 housing units, we have already issued the contracts.
Yes, we have already awarded the contracts.
Yes.
And it's now, we just need to agree on the enumeration. As you said, ulio mambo ya kifo ulisema tuache.
Correct.
So we are negotiating, they are tough negotiators.
Yes.
But hatutakosana, and in the next coming weeks, wataondoka vizuri, and then we will start the construction.
Nikuulize Stanley, kwa sababu hata wewe ni mtu ambaye unatafuta nyumba pale.
Kabisa.
Ni kweli?
Kabisa, Your Excellency.
Unajua kwa mfano utakuwa unalipa pesa ngapi ndio uwe owner ya hiyo nyumba? Do you have an idea?
Yes, I have got an idea. Yeah, unajua sisi kwetu tulikuwa tunajua the 10% yenye tulikuwa nalipa na yenye tunapana the deposit ilikuwa bed sitter tunapana 60 as a 10%. That means that tunainunua 600. And then tulikuwa na one bedroom yenye tulikuwa tunaipana na 100, saving ya 10% ni 100, which means that in 1 million. And then tulikuwa na hiyo 1.5 yenye tunalipa 150 as a deposit. So hiyo tuko comfortable nayo sisi.
Na kila mwezi rent to own itakuwa kama pesa ngapi?
Unaona Your Excellency, kwetu kulingana na zile venye tulikuwa tumefundishwa na zile mahesabu, tulikuwa tumepewa a challenge na motivation pia. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa even if tumeambiwa to save 10%, we can surpass the 10% so that tukienda kwa mortgage ama ile rent to own yetu itakuwa chini. So saa hii uko na muscle, uko na nguvu kama kijana, uko na uwezo wa kusave pesa mingi. Juwezi jua hapo mbele family kikuwa kubwa, majukumu itakuzidi. So it's better uweke juu ya hiyo 10% ndio upate, kama huyu atasave exactly 10%, utapata mwisho wa mwezi akilipa 3,000 yake kwa mwisho wa mwezi, mimi ndakuwa nalipa 1,500 depending na ile pesa niliweka.
Sasa pale mbele ile nyumba watu wanaishi hapo Kibera wanalipa kwa hii shack, hii nyumba haina choo, haina maji, haina chochote, wanalipa kama pesa ngapi?
Your Excellency, saa hii nyumba huko ni 3,000. Ile ni ile nyumba yenye sasa kila yani the lowest unaweza pata Kibera ni saa hii 3,000. Na kulingana na saa hii kwanza venye tulirelocate watu zone B, bei ilipanda kwa sababu watu ni wengi, nyumba ni chache. Na unajua watu wa Kibera wetu Your Excellency ni watu wa miujiza sana. Wanaona wakajaribu kwenda mbali, ni kama hii nyumba ni kama watakuwa wanaona progress sana. So walikaribia hapo karibu ndio wakuwe bado ndio workers on site. Ndio pia wakifanya kwa site hiyo pesa wanapata itawasaidia the daily needs na bado itawasaidia kusave that 10% ya nyumba yao.
Okay.
So that's why wako hapo karibu.
So Stanley, Ile nyumba mtu analipa kwa sasa ambayo ni nyumba ya mabati.
Yeah.
Haina barabara, haina stima, haina choo, haina chochote, ni 3,000.
Yeah.
Lakini atatoka hapo aende gorofa ya 14 aishi kwa nyumba yenye iko na maji, iko na stima, iko na bafu, iko na mambo hiyo yote, atakuwa analipa shilingi ngapi?
Hiyo tu 3,000 yetu.
It cannot be more transformative than that. That is what it is. And that is why many people cannot believe what we are telling them. Tukiambia mtu ya kwamba utalipa 3,000 to live in 11th floor of a modern building when they were living for the same 3,000 in a slum, it doesn't look real. But I want to tell you, go to Mukuru today. You will find real people. Almost 5,000 people today, they are living in those houses paying 3,900, what Stanley is saying here today. That is how transformation looks like. That is how you change a country. You can move people from a slum to a modern house if you provide leadership to all these people. The contractors are here, the suppliers are here, the engineers are here. Mumesikia, wacha niende kwa my friend David. David hapa, how has the affordable house or the construction industry, in your opinion, how has it changed your business?
Well, Your Excellency, first I'll take you back to when you came to do groundbreaking at Soweto. You know, at that point, everyone was doubting this project. No one had a belief that this can be actualized. But I remember when I attended the groundbreaking, I listened to you and I saw a man with a mission. And when we sat down as a board, we decided we have to be intentional and we must support this program. And that is how we started supplying Soweto. We have been at the center of that project, and our steel has been consumed there. What happened, Your Excellency, and what people need to understand is everyone had just come out of the COVID heat. So all the businesses were suffering, people were being laid down, government was not doing infrastructure projects, then affordable housing came in. Affordable housing, from where I sit, has been in a space where it has brought back people to employment. We had reduced our workforce. Now our workforce has gone to almost 1,500 on permanent. We have within the supply chain another almost 3,000 people employed. Down chain, we have over 10,000 people who benefit from our factory production all the way to when Anthony is doing his steel. Around so many things. It works around me increasing my capacity from 200 tons a day to 300 tons a day. Me increasing my fleet from 20 to 60. That means I have to employ more drivers. That means I have to employ more ton boy. That means I have to employ more people to load the steel. I have to employ more people to offload the steel. And this goes down and trickles down to creating more business and more capacity. We have also been able to...
Just for numbers, in the last 2 years, or let's say 2.5 years, so what are the numbers? What are the numbers? You've increased your capacity from 2...
We have increased our capacity from, actually, we used to do an average of 6,000 tons a month. Now we have the capacity to do over 20,000 tons.
So from 6,000 to 20,000?
To 20,000, yes.
In terms of employees?
In terms of production?
Yes, no.
In terms of employees, we had reduced during COVID to almost half, but now we have increased by over 1,000 people employed. Okay? And that is directly employed. Now,
so you have another 1,000 people employed in just your company?
Yes.
And it's just one of the many?
Yes, and that is directly.
That's
Indirectly,
Yeah.
because we have guys who do supplies, we have casuals who come in for the day labor, we have over 2,000 people.
Now working.
Yes.
Help me, inform some of the people in leadership. One governor was telling his county, we don't want the president to bring housing. We will build our own houses. We want him to bring industries so that we can hire more people.
Your Excellency, what I've learned actually in a span of 2 years is that talk is very cheap until you are on the ground. These people who talk like this are people who have not gone to the site. I've made it deliberate that I have to visit these sites and see what is happening. It's until you go to these sites and you see the number of people who have been employed, you see the number of mamamboga who are selling food, you see the amount of boda riders who are ferrying people to and from the sites. It's when you understand what is really happening. But when I sit at the comfort of my big office in the city of Nairobi, I can talk from an ignorant point of view and say that this is not what we need. But what I can ask them is very simple. Go to the ground. Let them go to the ground. Let them see what is actually happening.
Let me ask you a direct question. Is affordable housing creating jobs in industry?
It is creating quite a big percentage of jobs. I'll tell you right now, direct, personally, 50% of our supply goes to affordable housing. Yes.
And so you are employing people working in industry supplying affordable housing.
Exactly.
Now, there is also another allegation that was made by some of my competitors that for every steel that you supply, William Ruto gets a percentage. Please.
To be honest, I wish that was not the case because, again, we go back to people just speaking from an ignorant point of understanding. Your Excellency, let me explain to you how the entire ecosystem works. One thing you have said today is, watu lazima wajitume, all right? When this project started, we took it deliberate that we have to go and look for the contractors. You cannot sit and wait for the contractor to come to you. We have no laxity for that. The people who are saying, oh, chuma ni ya Ruto, simiti ni ya Ruto, are people who do not understand how marketing and how convincing works. If I don't go looking for Anthony, he has no time to come looking for me. I have to be the one initiating a conversation and asking Anthony, the project you have in Karatina, between now, the point you get awarded and the time you get your advance, how can I assist you do some milestones? You see? But this is a conversation that has to be intentional. You have to be on the ground to understand it. So all these people who are saying these things, it's unfortunate, but the devil is a liar. Today they are being shamed.
Thank you very much. So let me ask you one more. Because we want to deal with the monster of corruption. In your business, in your association, and this also goes to Lillian, because for us to succeed, we have to work with integrity. Has any of your members, starting with David here, has any of your members been subjected to harassment that for them to supply affordable housing with their steel or their cement, there must be a percentage, to be given to P.S. Hinga or the minister, or William Ruto has sent somebody that they need a cut for them to supply affordable housing? Do you have any experience, David? Has it come to your company? Do you know any other company that has been subjected to touch? And finally, to Lillian, has any of your members, because we want to work transparently, if any of your members has complained that they have to bribe somebody for them to supply to any contractor in our affordable housing program, please help me. You know, let them step forward so that we can deal with corruption if it is there.
Your Excellency, that has not happened. Actually, the only harassment we have, especially in the steel industry, is supply timeline. Because the contractors want to deliver on time. So they have to harass you to make sure you deliver steel or be it cement on time. So corruption doesn't exist in this space, and that is one thing we have to give it to you as the leader of government, and also to the State Department for ensuring that there are no leaks and there are no gaps for such practices to be brought on board. And also, Your Excellency, at the end of the day, with the capping that we are getting from the PS on how the margins so small, how much can you give? You cannot give. It's impossible.
Okay. So the margin is also already too small to share with other people.
The margin is too small to even tolerate.
We don't have the luxury to share with other people.
It's too small to tolerate even the thought of having that discussion.
Lillian?
Thank you, Your Excellency. I think integrity is one of the key issues that we stand for as we, engage with the manufacturers. And definitely, if there was any issue around corruption, bribery, we would have already raised this issue with yourself. This is something that, in fact, what he's talking about, the harassment that we are seeing, is the PS calling us every day to tell us, what else can you supply as manufacturers? In fact, he threw it even to us and told us, start designing your own houses if you want us to make sure we mop up everything that is being produced in the country. So there's a move by the government to make sure that anything produced in industry is actually used in this affordable housing. But if it comes to any integrity issues, this is one of the projects we have not had until to date. Thank you.
Great. Let me ask one more thing, Lillian. The numbers. We have numbers that indicate that the construction industry is now significantly contributing to not just jobs, but to the whole industrialization process and to the growth of the economy. Is that reflected in your members' businesses, or these are just stories on paper?
Your Excellency, the good thing about the industry is that they become beneficiaries of any kind of economic movement in the country. And you can imagine now what is happening in the housing sector, that all the contractors now, and you've heard what he's talking about in China, before they go to China, because the costs are quite high, they actually ask the local industry first, can you supply this? And so this is actually trickling down. And every other time we are finding opportunities that are there to make sure that manufacturers are providing any kind of materials that need to be provided for this affordable housing. So we know that the indicators are going to show very soon, based on the numbers that we are all talking about here, on the completion of the work, completion of projects, we are actually going to see that money trickling in. So a lot of the industries are supplying either directly, but majority of the time they are supplying indirectly through this supply chain of contractors. So you can see how the economy is moving in terms of the impact of prompt payments that we are seeing. It actually trickles down, and within a year or two, we'll actually be able to see the impact of the housing sector on the manufacturing sector. And we continue to expand. We continue to provide the lists that we need to show the government that this is what we have locally. Please provide an opportunity to source this. Yes.
Watch this space.
Watch this.
2 years.
Yes.
Very good.
You will see the numbers.
My friend said, I was in Konza.
Yes.
And I saw the new technology you have brought using aluminium. The construction industry is undergoing a revolution of sorts. We've heard from the women contractors who are saying they want to do more with labor, which is positive. We've moved to the next level of Mwangi here. Mwangi, right? Yes, sir. Mwangi here, who says if he went that way, he wouldn't deliver on the project we have given him. He's doing more with the equipment, more equipment. And then we come to you. You're saying even equipment is not enough. We need to up the game and do new technologies.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So, the space around technology, what scope do you think we have? Are we just scratching the surface, or are we there?
We're just scratching the surface, Your Excellency. Construction is one of the oldest industries in the world, and is one of the least disrupted industries. Today, almost every industry is disrupted. Soon we'll have 3D printed houses and many other technologies which are coming about. And we can't be left behind as a country. With that, it does not mean that we will not hire labor. We will increase productivity. We will hire more people, do more per hour. The idea here is not to reduce the labor force, it's to upskill them, to improve their skills, take them to the next level. Like I gave you the example, on our sites now, we trained casual laborers to become aluminium formwork technicians. Before that, and we've upped their salary accordingly. And they stand above even a mason now, in a technology that is just coming to Kenya now. And we hope to spread the word. And it's not only for us, we encourage our fellow contractors. You know, given such opportunity of such large-scale construction, we have to think differently. The way you've thought differently about how to approach things, here we have to think differently to achieve the results we want to achieve. We've made significant investments, taken definitive action and intention, knowing that this program is successful, it's going to be successful, and we are putting all our eggs in this one basket because success favors the bold.
Thank you very much. So, the new technology does three things. Number one, it reduces cost.
Correct.
Number two, it creates more efficiency, which means you can do more with less time. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
So we are basically increasing our productivity, just to use your own words.
Correct, sir.
And if we enhance our productivity, it means we can achieve what we could achieve in 5 years, we can bring it down to 3 years.
Yes, sir.
You just told me here that because of the new technology, you have reduced your time for curing from 21 days to 7.
Yes.
Which means you can deliver faster.
Yes, sir.
And you can do more.
Yes, Your Excellency.
And you can be more efficient.
That's
and
right.
it means you can, with the same number of people, you can do more. So it just helps us to be much more efficient.
Yes, Your Excellency.
And progressively become much more effective and also cost effective. We can then begin to reduce the costs. Is that right?
That's very right.
I am told by Hinga we are pressed for time, but we won't go until Mwangi speaks. Mwangi has said something phenomenal. He says he has the experience of working in America, and he now has the experience of working in Kenya. He has also told us that there are banks that could not open the door for him. But now they welcome
$1 million, and all of a sudden it receives, like she said, 100 million or 200 million. A lot of my contractors, of course, they had to even get started a little bit because psychologically that is not something you're prepared, and none of us knew anything like this could be practical. So even the art of knowing how to manage that kind of money, it is becoming a new thing in Kenya. When we went for a meeting in Mombasa, we all agreed, the contractors, that it has to be intentional because you're now dealing with the big numbers and all of a sudden everybody's treating you differently. I have all kind of respect from Tononoka, who could not even let me carry their materials. They used to tell me that I have to pay cash. Now they are telling me, Tony, we will let you take materials, pay us after that. Contractors whose sites is being delivered almost equivalent or maybe a little bit less in a day. So we have become very important, Your Excellency. All of a sudden we are contractors who are highly regarded. Contractors used to be regarded as people who are corrupt. This time we are not people who are corrupt, we are people who are working day and night. And also when we go and tender at the state government, we don't even know what happens there. When I asked whether I can tender, I was told by my friend PS, just put in your tender and do very well, you will win. That time people didn't believe in affordable housing is going to take off. So we ended up tendering the 2 or 3 of us. They were skeptical that it's going to take off. Today, I have a lot of people coming to ask me, how can I get a job in affordable housing? And then I'm telling them, you go and tender. And they're asking me, who do I need to see? And then I tell them, go to the portal of affordable housing. You will get the tender that you want. You tender. Am I going to win? Nitatoa pesa ngapi? Ni percentage ni a job. So it is such a miraculous thing, and Your Excellency, all I can ask you kindly, don't give up. Don't leave it. Secure this so that we can do this for a long time. It feels good, Your Excellency. It feels great. Thank you.
My friend Mwangi, Anthony.
Yes, sir.
We have set our eyes on affordable housing for the next 20-25 years. You are a believer because you took a risk. Yes. When people thought this was a scam, this was the usual political rhetoric. This is the, people who want to win an election. They say all manner of things, but you believed in it. Today you are one among the biggest people who are carrying out construction in this space. We are looking at building dams. We are looking at rolling out the SGR. Probably next month we will begin the rollout of the SGR all the way to Uganda. This year we are starting the construction of a new airport. Okay. We've just finished Talanta. We've Bomas, the largest conference facility in our region, will be complete in April next year. Yes. April this year. And on and on and on. Do you believe that we can change this country in our lifetime? Do you believe that Kenya can move from where we are to a first world, having worked in America?
Your Excellency, when I moved back here to Kenya with my wife, we started working with roads, and then we went on somewhere, we ran out of money. As a matter of fact, we were conned by some of the business partners. We didn't know, we went through fire. And then my wife told me maybe we should move back to US. But I told her, if you want to go to US, you go back, but let me wait a little bit until the previous government came, they finished, and then you came over. Just after COVID, I also had a conversation with her, and you were about to move back. But then we took the risk, and the risk we took was like this, Your Excellency. Our calculations were like this. We go to US, and we start afresh again. Or we stay here in Kenya and we take a chance. And we said going to US is a higher risk than staying here in Kenya. And then when you announced the affordable housing, we thought that taking the risk of going to affordable housing is like a 50-50. Going to America is 0. Kenya is 50-50. It may happen, it may not happen. But when we came there and the PS signed my contract, I took one day, I did not tell my wife that I had a contract. But the following morning when we were having breakfast, I told her, I want to tell you something. And she said, what? We have a contract of 1.6 billion and it's at Thika. She threw her, she jumped and she was very excited. But then she asked me, but that is government. Are they going? At least kabla ipigwe ishe, zile pesa zitakuwa tutalipwa. So that is the process of my taking risk. So, Your Excellency, I am going to be next to you. Ukikanyanga moja, mimi nakufuata. Ukikanyanga moja, nakufa. Ukienda kwa barabara, I will be there. Because I know it's going to succeed. Ukienda airport, I will be there. And I will follow you because there were some people who used to make fun of the fact that you went everywhere opening projects and promising. But you know, let them come and see what we have done. Let them come. Want to go with what I can now cash out, Your Excellency, and that's going to be you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So you believe in this journey?
I believe in this journey 100%, and this one is 2-term, Your Excellency.
We will talk politics later. We are talking construction.
Thank you.
Chris, you have said something very fundamental about scale.
Yes.
You've given us some statistics. You've said we've been, our requirement for lifts has been 700 every year.
Yes.
700 lifts cannot sustain a manufacturing facility.
No.
Now we have gone from 700 to?
We are envisioning 58,200 lifts.
700 to 58,000
yes.
lifts. Now we have the requisite ingredients to have a lifts manufacturing company in Kenya. Is that correct?
Very correct.
And there is now a tender.
Yes.
Not for suppliers, for manufacturers of lifts in Kenya. Is that correct?
That's very correct. It's not only lifts.
Yes.
We have 7 components.
Okay.
We have wastewater treatment plants. We have the LV boards, which the LV boards we already have manufacturers, but now we are upscaling it because we are at 2.5 million enlisted boards to be just for the affordable housing projects only. Then we have the sanitary ware, which we are talking upwards of 3 million fittings. Yes. So generator sets, which we had a conversation and PS hit me with reality that we need to, as much as we are pushing for the manufacturers, we need to first attract, because these are big items like the engines, and so for the generators we're doing assembly, and the interest is phenomenal.
So in other words, you're saying, and tell me if that is correct, that affordable housing is pushing the agenda for manufacturing and for industrialization. Is that correct?
Definitely, definitely. With the tenders that have gone out and the even from the pre-bid interest alone, we are definitely going to have, they are going to be very busy registering new factories and manufacturers.
New manufacturers and new factories. So I think that is really what, you're helping me preach to some people who are telling me, what is this about affordable housing? Affordable housing is much more than housing. It goes beyond even jobs. It goes all the way to manufacturing.
Yes.
And I think that is the message you are saying, Chris, or unless
That is basically the message I'm saying. Affordable housing is not what everybody sees brick and mortar. These interns that are here, they'll be on site. When the manufacturing comes, as part of the tendering we're doing, the key component of that tender is skill transfer. All these guys have to show us how they train the Kenyans. They have to partner with a local. Once they come, they have to train the locals on the manufacturing component. We envision that it will push our professionalism to levels that are not we had not envisioned when we were working. We have 2-3 projects. I'm busy with my supervision, with my projects that I'm supervising, but I still, right now, if you ask me any component in a lift, I know it. If you ask any component and how it's done, how it's manufactured, they know it. These guys will be attached to our farms. They'll come experience how to break down the components. You don't see a lift and you just see a car, you come in and buttons. There's a lot of things around it. These skills will be transferred to the locals. We will have locals running their own lift manufacturing companies. We'll have Tony, in the next sitting I'm sure, you'll have Tony who's telling you, I used to apply lifts, but now I manufacture lifts locally. And he'll be invited to sit in the boardroom with Tony again.
Yes. Finally, Mugo, you are one of our consultants.
Yes.
In the last 3 years, what has changed in your company in terms of the amount of work, the number of staff, and all the experience around it?
Okay, thank you for the question. But first of all, allow me to say profound thanks for considering increasing our fees with 0.5%. Thank you very much. Being the lead consultant, I'm at the apex, and I'm the one who is facing a lot of heat from the rest of the sub-consultants. Now, when we got on, first of all, for us, because we are a firm of very young professionals, we never used to imagine this contract in 2023. We had a workforce of 7 staff. So we were 2 registered architects. But sometimes, February last year, when we started looking at the quantum and the volume of work we were getting, we made a strategic decision because we realized there's no way we are going to deliver on this project if we continue being the way we are. So, first of all, we had to expand our space. We were on about 700 square feet. Right now, we are on 3,000 square feet. Our workforce has grown as of today. The permanent staff in the office, we are about 21. We were 2 architects, now we are about 7 registered architects and a lot of interns and support staff. Now, in addition to the resident engineers we have on site, we are looking at about 25. Now, these are professionals, and they are not cheap because these are full professionals. So you can see the level at which most of the farms have grown in the country. And recently, we've also had an opportunity, as you keep on saying, to leverage on what we've learned for the last 3 years, and we've started expanding into the region. Second is the issue of transfer of technology. Because we are onboarding at a very high rate, it's almost a crash program. We've been very intentional on how we are training the architects and the interns who are coming so that we handle the issue of quality control on site, because primarily that is our work. So that has been very, very real to us because we've also been very intentional about it. I think for me, that is what I would say has been our experience. And about 75% of the workload in our office right now, it's affordable housing. And we are grateful for your confirmation that we are in this for a long haul. Thank you.
We are in it for a long haul.
Thank you. Yes, surely. We are sure, yes.
Because I don't think the people of Kenya will allow any reckless politician to interfere with this program. I don't think so. Just looking at the numbers you have said, 7 registered, 7 professionals to 20 something. 21. That is 300% increase.
Exactly.
You know?
That also includes our turnovers.
Let's not discuss the turnover. The taxman is listening. But all of us must pay our taxes, right?
Sure. Yes.
So your company has increased by about 300%.
Exactly.
Space from 700 square feet to 3,000.
Yes.
Employees from 7 to 21.
Yes.
And then you have now resident engineers and all the other people.
Now we
not
have
to
interns.
mention the interns,
Yes, yes.
and not to mention all the other people.
Exactly.
So there has been growth in your consulting firm.
100%.
Is that right?
Yes, yes.
So this is just affordable housing.
Yes.
We are moving now, just shortly, we will be moving to roads. Please prepare yourselves.
Yes, we will.
We will be moving to dams.
Yes.
Please prepare yourselves.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the next horizon we are moving to.
Yes.
Beginning this year, by the way. So, mujipange. Sawa
Okay,
sawa.
sir.
Will you pass on to your colleagues?
Yes, I will.
I know you have said it was good to increase your fees. But there was a small rider. I said you
Interns.
also consider a small
Yes,
stipend.
I
for
heard
this-
that. I heard
for-
that loudly. Yes.
So
Yes.
you will take care of that.
Yes, we will.
I am wapige makofi. So I think let's stop there. I could go on. This is one program I am very passionate about. I can have this conversation for a week, non-stop. But let's stop there. Yes. Yeah, I think CS Alice is mentioning to me that Stanley here mentioned that the deposit was 10%.